Welcome to a very special episode of Intergenerational Politics. Today, we come to you on New Year Day. My name is Victor Shia. I am an incoming freshman at UCLA, soon to be a freshman at UCLA. Got elected as the youngest Joe Biden delegate and also co host this podcast with Jill.
And I'm Jill Wine-Banks, the author of The Watergate Girl, and soon to be out in paperback next year. I also was the only woman on the Watergate trial team and general counsel of the U.S. Army during the Carter administration. And I am now the proud co host with Victor of Intergenerational Politics podcast.
Yeah, before we actually get started, because we are coming to you on New Year, Jill, do you want to explain your pin? And also, Jill showed me her earrings, which might make for a fun explainer as well. And then we'll get into the episode.
Sure. I'm going to try to post them online so that you can all see them. My earrings are rolls of toilet paper because what says 2020 better than toilet paper? My pins are much more cheerful. My pins are a champagne bottle and glasses sent to me by fans, and they're beautiful, sparkly, and celebratory of 2021, which we all are looking forward to.
For
My
sure.
sweatshirt, by the way, is intergenerational politics. There it is.
Yes.
And Victor is wearing a matching sweatshirt.
And also a pin. I'm not as festive as Jill today, but let's get started. So yeah, 2020, like you said, it's been a wild and at times awful year. Today we come to you on New Year Day. Before we get started, hopefully you had a wonderful New Year with your family, enjoy the holidays. But this year has been really different. We've witnessed a pandemic that has upended all of our lives, racial unrest, and many more unfortunate events, including the death of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg as well as Kobe Bryant. But let's take a look on the bright side on this special New Year intergenerational episode with your two hosts, myself and Jill. So, Jill, let's start with you. What are some of your 2020 highlights?
There are actually a lot of highlights, and it's hard to believe that it was only February that all of our worlds changed. But since then, I got to meet Victor and we became fast buddies and started this podcast. And we now have some wonderful listeners and viewers because we do it both audio through podcast and on YouTube. So I would have to say that the podcast has led me to talk to some of the most interesting guests. We've had great conversations and I've enjoyed it enormously. So that's number one. The publication of my book, actually, I guess that has to be number one. Publishing Watergate Girl was something that was many years in the making. I started writing in 2008 and it was published in 2020. So it took me a little while, but I hope that the reviews continue to be as good as they've been and that people continue to enjoy it. So those are my first two top things. Of course, the election was a joy as we got closer and closer to the final results. And as we now await the January 6th final end of this, and we can officially put behind us the presidency of Donald Trump. That would be a top priority. And then there have been two anniversaries this year that are very special. My 40th anniversary of marriage to Michael Banks, a wonderful husband, and my third anniversary as an MSNBC legal analyst. And those are two things that have made my life joyous. So, Victor, tell me what some of your top joys have been.
Sure. Yeah. Before I do that, I just want to say your book, as someone, as a young person reading your book, I love the book. So our audience should definitely go and buy that, read that. And then also you mentioned in the beginning, your paperback book is coming out and we are definitely going to do a special episode on that. So, stay tuned. And then also, MSNBC, I remember the first time I watched you was during the impeachment inquiry, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like whoa! And then I met you, and then we became buddies, and I was like, "This is real." But no, this is your third year MSNBC. That's amazing, and we know that so many people enjoy your commentary, find you as an inspiration, especially during those tough times during the impeachment inquiry, and also now. So that is wonderful. I would say my number one highlight, like you said, is the podcast. Just getting able to meet you, talking with different people. I think that really all of our episodes have been really enjoyable. There really haven't been any that I've not been I wasn't looking forward to or I didn't like. So it's been a wonderful experience getting able to do that with you. I would say the second part of 2020 that was a nice highlight was being elected as a delegate alongside you in Illinois, and also working on the campaign. And now on the inauguration, we are just trying to make everything seem as normal as possible with the inauguration, if that's even possible. And then also being able to graduate from high school. It was a really weird graduation. It was all virtual. They did a presentation, went through everyone's picture and name, and that was the kind of bridge between high school and now the next chapter, if you will. But yeah, that's 2020 in a nutshell for me.
It's so amazing that we met when you were 17 and in high school, and now you're almost ready to start college, and are 18, and you are just a remarkable companion,
Oh,
and great podcast host. So
oh, thank
tell
you.
me
You
tell me
too.
some of the things you're looking forward to for next year.
Yeah, well, there's a lot. Hopefully, I think that the first thing I'm looking forward to is seeing Joe Biden inaugurate. I think we've waited 4 years for this moment to come, and it can't come soon enough. Being able to start classes at UCLA, I feel like I always say I'm an incoming freshman. Now I can say I'm a freshman at UCLA. Um, we have some good news regarding the vaccine. We have two vaccines, I believe, Moderna and Pfizer, that are hopeful. So hopefully we can get that rolling out once the new administration comes into play on January 21st. And then also just being able to get back to exploring, traveling. I know Jill is also a traveler and a pretty active person. So just being able to travel again, experiencing life outside of home. How about yourself, Jill?
I'd have to say that mine are pretty much the same as yours. Travel has been really important in my life, and I'm an adventure traveler. I do photographic safaris in India and in Africa. I've been to New Guinea. I've been to Borneo. In fact, I got
Wow.
married in Borneo by a headhunting tribe.
Oh my
So I
God.
really am looking forward to being able to travel and being able to hug my friends. That would be so nice.
Yeah.
I am looking forward, of course, to January 5th, January 6th, and January 20th. The Georgia race, the final confirmation by the Congress. And let me assure our listeners that there's no chance that the objections will be sustained. There's
Mhm.
just no chance. And I can go into that in more detail, but we're celebrating, so I'm not going to.
Yes, and
I'm
I might also add that we have Senator Harry Reid who's going to be on the podcast, so we'll get into all of that Senate procedures, reforms, everything related to the Senate with him as well. So stay tuned with
exactly.
that for that one.
Exactly. So the vaccine, of course, would be the thing that would come next. And I'm in the age group where I will be an early taker of the vaccine. My paperback book is coming out in March. So that would be, now we've got January, February, March.
Yeah.
And maybe once that's out, I will start a second book. My fans have been urging me to do that. And I'm considering a book that actually my Twitter fans have given me a name for, about my pins. So that could be kind of fun. And then there should be a big surprise for me. I'm not exactly sure when it'll get announced. I can't say any more than that, but stay tuned. Um, uh, I think it's going to be exciting and that everybody's going to be very, very happy about this new announcement.
Another thing that we can both agree on is that we are both looking forward to more intergenerational conversations.
And we're looking forward to even more exciting guests in 2021. We thank all of our guests from 2020. They've been phenomenal. We've made friends with them, and some of them will be coming back in 2021. If you have suggestions for someone you'd like to hear us interview, please let us know. Our conversations are more in depth than you get on television and more relaxed, so you will enjoy them. And in the meantime, from Victor and me, have a wonderful new year.
Have a wonderful new year.